What's up, boys and girls? Jared Welch, RacingNews.com, back for another race preview, and we have a good one, man. This race is the race, well, maybe second best race of the weekend. It's a doozy of a one. The Haskell, that's right, race 12, Monmouth Park, Saturday, race 12, the TVG.com Haskell Stakes, grade 1, $1 million, 3-year-olds going a mile and 8. Like I said, we have a showdown on our hands, field of 8, but let's look at the 2, Taiba versus the 7, Jack Christopher. Man, what more do you want in this race? What makes this race so interesting is both horses come in with tons of hype, tons of upside, and you still have question marks about both of them, right? Taiba, let's take him, obviously was a freak of a performance, wins maiden, goes straight to the Cincinnati Derby, wins, runs down Messier, goes into the Kentucky Derby, and you're thinking, wow, can he really get it done? Nearly goes off the favorite of the Kentucky Derby. And he ran terrible, and you can really almost scratch a line through the entire Kentucky Derby for any horse for that matter. But he really, he had very little excuses. Yes, he was closer to that pace. That definitely played a factor, but for the horse of what he was and what he was hyped to be, he did not run well. Of course, at that point was trained by Tim Yakteen. And if you ask Bob Baffert, he had no idea what was happening. He doesn't know why that horse didn't run well. So he wasn't around. That's what he says. So he's back. Bob Baffert is back. This horse has been training lights out. We'll see what he's about. And then you got the horse number 7, Jack Christopher, who's never lost a race in his 4-race career, a horse that was going into that Breeders' Cup last year, the juvenile, and of course, had to scratch out at. Didn't see him again till the Pat Day Mile where he romped, and then Woody Stevens where he romped. But we have not seen this horse go this distance. So what can he do going a mile and 8? The farthest he's gone is a mile. The fact that Chad Brown has showed up with this horse tells you he's very confident that he can get the distance. But the distance question is concerning, and it definitely adds a factor of, can he be good enough the way he's been running to win a race like the Haskell with a horse like Taiba in the race? I think that's a huge factor, because now all of a sudden Taiba drawing to the inside, he will probably be closer on the lead versus Jack Christopher, who might sit off of it just a bit as he's done in the past. Can he run down Taiba? I think we're going to see a really interesting stretch run between those two horses. Jack Christopher certainly has a ton of upside. They both have a ton of upside. Whoever wins this race will be a horse to be reckoning with, because this is a Breeders' Cup win and you're in for the Classic. And, obviously a horse like one of these wins this race, they will be tough moving forward. And hey, you know what? I'll throw in one more. If there's a horse that's going to upset this thing, let's say that Jack Christopher can't get the distance. And let's say Taiba maybe just was fluky in the Cincinnati Derby. In the Kentucky Derby, he showed that he's not totally great, and maybe he can't win this race. What if Cyberknife gets it done? Cyberknife at 6-1 morning line will be totally forgotten because of the 2 aforementioned horses. This horse is kind of peaking right now. He won the Arkansas Derby. Let's not forget that. He was terrible in the Kentucky Derby. And then he wins the Mad Win that last time out. Brad Cox has a way with these kind of 3-year-olds that maybe were a little bit forgotten to kind of start running better in the summer. So, if this pace kind of melts down a little bit, you have, Jack Christopher who can't quite get the distance. And like I said, if that happens, Cyberknife, you could make a case that Cyberknife could win this thing. So he should be on your tickets if you want to try to go upset. But I don't know if it's a surprise to anybody. I've been on Taiba since March. If anybody is still on him, it's me. I just think Bob Baffert is not shipping him in here to lose. Bob Baffert has won the Haskell 9 times. This is like a Kentucky Derby for him every year, but especially this year since he wasn't able to participate in the Kentucky Derby. He's not bringing this horse out here to lose. So for my money, I'm on number 2, Taiba, to win the Haskell. Let me know your thoughts. This is a huge race. Who can win this race? Who's the winner? What do you think they will do moving forward? Do we have serious Classic contenders? I want to know in the comments below. Make sure you hit like on this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and most importantly, hit that notification button, ding, and you'll get alerted next time we go live or we have new videos available. Until next time, see you guys.